Hello Scorpios, welcome to your next 3 months reading. I'm focusing in on July, August, September. We're going to do one tarot card per deck for each area. We'll pair that with 1 or 2 charms. I've been asking the angels to kind of limit the number of charms for me for this particular reading. I am going to timestamp below so you can jump to the chapters ahead, but let's get into the process if you like to watch the process here. So we're just going to chime in to your energies, Scorpio energies for the next 3 months. See what the angels want to draw your attention to with regards to your home environments. So that's where you spend the bulk of your time, the 2 places that you spend the bulk of your time. We're going to look at the relationship that you have with yourself. We're going to check in on one of your current heart wishes, see where you're at. You know, the one that the angels are kind of working on right now for you for these next 3 months. We're going to talk about what you expect and don't expect to happen in this next short period. And then we're going to take a look ahead of what possible future is awaiting for you. What future possibility or opportunity is there for you. Just going to put this deck aside, get the second deck. We'll do the same thing. This is just to further elaborate the message, pull us in deeper to the insight as well, or advice. Sometimes it's an action, some support for you. Just going where they're drawing my attention to here. And then we're going to add the charms. Okay. Decks are aside. So as I said, I'm just looking for 1 or 2 charms per card to just help elaborate, give some motivation, some support. So we'll see what they give us. It's okay. There's been a couple of readings where there's been 3 or 4. They made sense, so I always allow what the angels do, right? Yeah, they are doing their best to limit the number of charms, which is nice to see. Okay, I'll go to the next one. And our last. Just waiting for the movement. I can feel it. Kind of shifting. Yeah, I'm going to trust. For whatever reason. Well, I was going to say for whatever reason, but it's a milestone. Opportunity to manifest, milestone. They're hitting you over the head with this period being a milestone period. You know, don't sleep. Don't give in to negative feelings here. Interesting. Strong emphasis here on the milestone. Both milestone charms. Okay, let's put those aside because we need some more room. All right, so let's focus in on your home environments. See what they want to say to you here. Sorry, I like to read upright. Okay. So we have fast change, or fast changes maybe have already been happening to your home here. Unexpected, maybe unplanned, maybe not unexpected, but unplanned. Quick decisions regarding your home environment here, Scorpios. Quick change. Paired with the wolf, which is about a lot of conversation, possibly disagreements as well, because you're trying to be heard, right? The volume, or just the change in the home has increased the volume in the home as well. I am reading for July, August, September. Maybe this is a celebration period for you and your family. Maybe there's a lot going on, a lot of people coming and going, but like I said, there's a lot of quick changing here and a lot of conversation, a lot of volume. It's quite loud. So changes and volume. So I'm just gonna shift my chair here. I don't know why I'm suddenly uncomfortable. Okay. Maybe you got suddenly uncomfortable. Maybe you weren't expecting to kind of hit the nail on the head. Maybe you're a bit of a skeptic coming in. Welcome. Yeah, see how busy, see the coming and going, right, over the 3 months. Maybe you have commitments, like each month is fully booked already. July, August, September, you know, maybe your calendar is plentiful. And now you're just, you know, heading out to take part, right? Like the coin kind of goes in the coin slot here, right? So, you know, one at a time, you know, dealing your deck here one at a time, greeting people one at a time, paying out for the trip one at a time. So a busy period for Scorpio. Busy period in terms of your home environments and the comings and goings. You know, the good times with the wolf here, the volume that I was seeing, right? All the laughing, all the, you know, children screams, right? You know, playtime, you know, animals as well, adjusting and coping and joining in. Okay, in terms of yourself, we have the angel wing here. And maybe that's why I called you a skeptic. Maybe that was why I was feeling sort of that skeptical energy, why I sort of jumped in my chair and adjusted. Because this is your belief system, you know, connecting back into your definition of spirituality and faith and belief. Maybe these changes in your home rocked your belief or brought you back to your belief system. Because you are making peace here. You're finding your center of peace here. You're kind of returning home, right? Returning to the nest here. And you're bringing a wealth of experience. This is our soul notebook. So we have the angels and 2 charms, and then we have your soul here when we're talking about yourself. So maybe you're connecting into your higher self. You know, just coming to this reading today is doing that. But I feel like you've been kind of looking back on your past and maybe even questioning, like, why did I walk away? You know, why did I leave? And now I'm going to kind of go back and try it again and try to embrace it again. You know, maybe you've renewed your faith. Oh, look, she's looking up at the North Star, holding the little lamb, right? Renewed, new. So yeah, there's definitely this sense of a good number of you, if not all of you, are coming back to connecting with your higher self, kind of believing in yourself, connecting with your self-esteem if it's not connecting with angels and the sort of higher energies. Look at the amount of courage and bravery that's got your back here, right? It's like that's the aura, that's the essence that you've tapped into here. You've tapped into your courage, your bravery to seek out and reconnect with your faith system of choice, your belief system of choice, even if it's just believing in yourself, right? I'm okay with agnostic individuals. They still have belief in self. There's still a belief system in play. So there's some gratitude here from the angels for you to reconnect and find this new sense of self. Like I said, it could have been just finding a new religion as well. You know, something that just connects with you, something that's working for you. Okay, your heart's wish, a heart's desire that your angels are working on with you and for you right now. It connects to family legacy. There's some kind of family connection here. This means either you want to change a family dynamic, a family behavior, a family stereotype. You know, you want to break that. You want to cut it. You know, your heart's wish is to cut the cord. You're not quite there yet. It is still in the sheath. But it's possible. That's what my prism is. You know, the possibility is there. Maybe as you continue to connect in here with yourself and your belief system, you're going to start to tap into your power of manifestation and create this significant change that you want. Maybe that's why there's a double milestone next to the power manifestation here in the future. It is a possibility. This is my endless possibilities. You know, there's any starting point. It's not a fork in the road. It's choose your path, right? Choose your adventure. And then the camp sign is direction. You know, go this way, right? Camp is also childhood, a heart's wish, a passion from childhood. So connecting back to that family, you know, this family tradition. Maybe you want to do a different family tradition at holiday time this year. Go for it. Maybe you want to break tradition and throw your wedding your way. Go for it. You know, we saw the courage that you have here to break away and do it your way, and they want you to do that. That's your heart wish. Is I wish I could just break myself free and kind of create my own family dynamic here, my own family traditions. You know, kind of what you're feeling. Lean into what you're feeling. You know, your intuition and your emotions, right? Head and heart. And where are they going? Very determined. They know exactly where they're going, exactly what they want to do here. So, you know, your angels here supporting and pushing you. They're probably building up that courage and bravery that we saw, that self-confidence. They're helping that with you as you connect in with them, because they're encouraging you to go, you know, straight forward to this final destination that you already have in mind. And the reason being is the wealth that's there for you. It is a new start. She's just stepping forward, and she just has her one coin here, right? You know, this is somewhat like the story of Eve with the snake. You know, kind of the no, stay in the garden. You know, why are you leaving the garden? Don't step out on your own. And she's just ignoring that, right? Focus on you. Focus on the kind of future and life story that you want. So that's your heart's wish, which is possible. You know, the charm here. You have the power to cut the cord, right? Take your sword out. Go ahead. Start fresh. Do it your way. That's okay. It's okay to do that. So what you expect. My necktie is about tightness in the throat, usually about silence. So maybe you're expecting silence, right? If you're a stand-up comedian, you want laughter. If you're a performer, you want the standing ovation at the end. But I feel like you're expecting the opposite here. You don't expect your family to support you with this sudden change in your lifestyle. That's what you're expecting. You're expecting, maybe you're expecting to do it all by yourself, be completely alone and independent, right? There's such a, there's some kind of degree of silence here. That's what you're expecting. Yeah, like look at our monkey here, right? He's out there, he's about to venture out there on his own. He doesn't have his companion. You know, he's kind of expecting to face the unknown, face this beast, sort of at the end of this level. What's around the corner? Maybe that's also why I shifted in my seat. You know, you're not quite sure yet where this path is taking you, but you feel it's right. So you're naturally nervous, but you're also not moving forward. You're expecting some kind of danger, right? This is a wild dog, a wild beast chained up here, but he's chained. You know, he won't get you. It's not in reach. But you are expecting some kind of, you know, trap waiting for you around the corner here. Silence and danger. You have a very nervous energy. Okay. What you don't expect is the opposite of that, which is peace. You know, there's no danger around the corner. This is also arms wide open. So acceptance, so maybe not silence, right? People standing, right? I said that standing ovation. I had used that as my language. So, You know, this is them standing, arms in the air, cheering. You know, this sense of relief and peace. The shape of the bird, sort of the way it's displayed here, is often used on awards as well, right? Like an emblem of victory. Oh, it just flew off my hand here. So, you know, there's a celebration of victory that you don't expect. I'm looking at July, August, September, but this is making me feel more winter season. So we're kind of pushing here forward to a future next 3-month reading. So they're alluding here to something else that you don't expect, that this time period, what you're doing in this time period, right? Connecting back with your sense of self, your belief system, it's gonna deliver you something here in the winter season. You know, winter is coming. You're influencing change here, and you don't expect that you are. And the line is walking confidently here into the future. You know, my line is all about confidence, you know, sure-footed, pride, proud, self-esteem, courage and bravery again, walking towards this abundant possible future here that we see with the wealth of charms. So maybe what you don't expect is just how confidently you're going to walk into next year, right? Winter is coming, so that's December, Jan, Feb. So that's 2026. You know, maybe 2025 or the years leading up to 2025, something happened here in your home environments here, right? The quick changes that we saw, either the anger, the frustration, or the people coming and going, people coming in and out, right, of your life. You kind of sought solace here. And then maybe that decision is impacting, you know, 6 months from now. So the Hermit is like peace and contentment whenever I see it. We got spirituality again, because the elk here, the stag, that's my spirit guardian. So if he's jumping out in the reading, he's drawing me back to this religion, this spirituality, this connection with higher self, your belief system. You know, believing that you can connect always with souls, you know, loved ones, etc., for everything that you need: knowledge, support, love. And see how the crab is holding the bone like he's writing, right? It's a magic wand, you know, bibbity bobbity boop, right? The blue color there of the fairy godmother, the magic coming out of her hands into the magic wand. This power of manifestation. I think what you don't expect is how strongly you're going to connect into your intuitive abilities and your power of manifestation here. And I think that's why I was saying, you know, they're pushing this out to kind of next year, because once you tap into it this year, it takes a few months for it to translate into the physical world, for you to feel the effects of your powers of manifestation. I was talking over here about milestone. I think we've covered why this is a significant milestone period for you. 2025 is a milestone year. That's what 2018 also means. But this is a milestone period. So you've got 2025, probably June, because I'm reading June. So June, July, August, September is a milestone period for you to start manifesting. Look, it's jumping off my hand. Open your ball of yarn here, right? Start pulling, start weaving. Affirmations, vision boards, positive thinking, and words. Confident statements. I will, I am, I have. Okay. So the sloth here is making me feel like the independence I was feeling over here with the adventure, setting it out in the silence. I feel like they're saying it will be a solo journey. This is something that's slow, don't try to rush this. Go at your own pace. The possibilities here in the future are always going to wait, are always going to be there for you, or always going to wait for you. So they just want to kind of comfort you and calm you down. So maybe some of your thoughts are, I've been working on this, why hasn't it happened yet? You know, if you're praying again, so it's like, dear God, why hasn't, or angels, why isn't my wish come true yet? But they are working on it, right? They're working on your heart's wish here, and they're comforting and letting you know it is coming. It's coming in the future here. So quiet your emotions. These are jealous emotions, envy, ego, self-doubt, thinking you're not worthy. But again, the butterfly, the messenger from heaven, saying the opposite to you. And I like how my shoe on the toe, it's always kind of trying to lift them up, right? Lift you up. And now the turtle is something new. I feel like this is more like fresh knowledge. This is new to you. You know, maybe you've never been someone of faith. Maybe you didn't grow up in a family that baptized you into a belief system or had traditions, but you observe it in others and in the community, and you kind of wanted to explore and find one that touches you. So here's the new knowledge you're gaining, the new experiences, and your soul's going to carry this forward. That's why it's a turtle. So you're going to carry this forward, not just into the next year, but into your next soul life. As soon as I turn this over, I know it's a hog, but I heard this little piggy comes home. So we're coming back to home here. Single coin in his mouth, doubling up, right? So both home environments are now going to feel abundant and prosperous and happy. So that means you're happy both at home, you're happy in profession, wherever it is you're happy in retirement, wherever it is you're spending the bulk of your time. Both of those areas now you've found happy equilibrium, happy balance here. I'm being drawn to the justice card here, but I'm hearing more karmic justice. They're pulling me into his badge here, his little pouch, whatever it is he's holding in his hand here. I think maybe it might be, I'm hearing like Chinese zodiac, so maybe it's your sign. Like maybe that's them showing, like, that's probably not your sign. It looks like a horse or something, but you know, whatever you equate to Scorpio based on your birth year. And see how he's got the sword now out of the sheath, right? We said how you have to take it out. Well, now you do have it out and you're ready to cut that cord. So you're cutting your sort of repetitive soul life story. So, you know, next year, it's going to be a completely different year. It's going to feel like a completely different life to you. Like we were saying, your lifestyle is changing, has better balance. But I feel like your next soul life as well, you're not going to have to live this same kind of journey that you did in terms of learning to tap back into your faith, tap back into your higher self. You've learned that lesson. So you're like a brownie or like a Boy Scout, a Girl Scout, right? Like you've earned your badge. So now you can let this go. You can let this lesson go, and you will. So that's what's coming in the future here for you, Scorpio. So quite beautiful reading. I love the journey that you're going. You know, yes, you had some sudden or quick changes to one of your two home environments, or it's going to happen in these 3 months, but it's going to push you towards enlightenment and following and pursuing your true soul path, your true soul passion. You might have to go it alone a little bit, or you might think you're doing it alone, but you're not. You're fully supported in both the angel realm, by your loved ones, both in the physical and crossed over, and you have the possibility here to achieve that brighter future. So let's check in July, and we'll look at August, September, October, and see how you've moved forward along this journey here.